What's going on, everybody? It is January 22nd, Saturday. Time for some UFC 270 coverage, cookouts and fistfights. The return, baby. That's right. We are back. And you know I couldn't do it alone, so I got my boy Pablito in the house. What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
Hey, not doing too bad. I'm hyped, man. We got divisional round playoffs going. We got cookouts and fistfights back on the road. You know, we had to turn the grill down for a little, but we got it fired right back up. So, you know, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to get this show back on the road and continue on and see what this holds for us. So, how you been?
Good, man. Training, man. Staying ready. Hopefully fighting again pretty soon.
Right, man. I seen you had a recent fight. Can you touch on that? Tell us how it all went down. I know you took it on short notice, man. What a guy.
Try, man. No, I was on and off of this card a couple times, and I had some health issues that I had to kind of force me out of it, just because I didn't know how long or short term they might be. And then ended up last minute, a 45er caught COVID, so they needed somebody to step in and fight at featherweight. They gave me a call on the Wednesday afternoon. I fought the Saturday.
Man, what a dog, man. Then, hey, we've known that, talking to you before. We known you're a dog. Hey, you probably take the fight if it was tomorrow already. If someone hit you up with a big bag or something, and, times are right, you probably hop in there. I already know.
Of course.
But, hey, man, just real quick while I got you, let's talk about divisional playoffs real quick. You watch some football. Who do you got in this Bengals-Titans game?
I like the Titans because I listen to Bustin' with the Boys, so I'm a big Taylor Lewan fan.
Nice.
Last I checked, though, they were losing right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But also from Louisiana, so I like Burrow and Chase a lot. I really don't care. If the Saints aren't in the playoffs, I don't care.
That makes sense. Hey, you got a mean gritty?
Hey, I'm cold, bro. That's just started.
I believe it. It was probably like the jerk and like, you know what I mean? Like how the jerk came in, yeah. The gritty was probably popping with you.
So the guy who started it, they call him Gritty, like that's his nickname. He comes to the bar that I work at all the time. He's really cool dude.
Dang, man, that's cool. Heck yeah. So moving on to the next matchup, we got Green Bay and San Fran. Who you got in that one?
San Francisco all the way. So Elijah Mitchell, the running back for the 49ers, is from like 10 minutes from where I'm from. I played against him 4 times in high school. He went to
snap
over here. Yeah.
So was Elijah? Yeah, I was gonna say, was Elijah as much as a dog as he is in the NFL?
Yeah, so Erad sucked. We would beat him like I've never lost him while I was there, but we beat him 63-42 one time, and Elijah had all 42. Like he had 7 touchdowns.
Dang, man. Yeah, he's a stud. I like watching him play. I won't lie. I do have him on a money line bet tonight to score a touchdown, so I hope he gets in that end zone.
Oh, he will, bro. And he's super nice, too. Really good guy.
I bet, man. Most of you fellas down there from Louisiana are, man. You guys are some stand-up dudes, man. I like hanging out with you. So let's move on to tomorrow's games. Starting off early in the morning, or not early in the morning, late afternoonish will be Bucks and Rams. Who you got in that one?
I hope the Rams lose. I hate the Rams.
Hey, I'm with you there. I mean, I got mad respect for Brady. If he could do it again and my team's not there, why not? You know what I mean? So I got Brady in that one.
I don't think the Bucks are going to win at all. That's the two teams like I hate the absolute most in the league because the Rams screwed us, and then Bucks are division rivals. So
yeah, that makes sense. Ideally, we got RT. Oh, go ahead, man.
I just said ideally they both lose.
Yeah, right. Yeah, go to a tie. No, just kidding. Yeah. But all right, moving on to the next game, we got Bills and Chiefs. Man, I got Bills taking the upset in this one. They are underdogs. I like that money line, and I like the way the Bills have been playing.
I like the Bills, man. I like the Bills too. I think the Chiefs are kind of overrated.
Yeah, 100%, man. They've been there too long.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, but all right, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into our Saturday night ride. Here, let's talk about it, man. We got Cyril Gane and Francis Ngannou topping it off. Our main event, our major throwdown. Heavyweight matchup like this, only come once every blue moon, in my opinion. So I'm really excited for that. And then you got Brandon Moreno versus Figgy for the third time. or fourth, right? No, this is third.
Third.
Third, okay. And then, yeah, I mean, you got a pretty stacked undercard with one of the Nagamaveta boys on there. And then I like Alex Pereira. I like his flashiness. You know, he brings a lot of character to the game. So I like watching him fight, and he's going to be fighting as well. So let's get into it, man. Let's start here at the bottom with the Nagamaveta guy versus Cody Stamann. You know, not a lot of Khabib's guys lose. He's an excellent coach, in my opinion. Who do you got winning that one? And, you know, give some
I like
beats.
Cody. I just follow Cody on Instagram because he's he's a big time outdoors guy. Does a lot of hunting and fishing. Just seems really cool, and I like how he fights. He's a really good wrestler, and he's heavy handed. I really don't know too much about the guy he's fighting, so I can't see how the fight's gonna go. But I like Cody.
100%, man. And I don't really know said Nagomedov. You know, I haven't really watched any of his fights. I have seen Cody Stamann fight. He is, you know, a good fighter. I have to follow him on Instagram because I like all that outdoorsy stuff. You know what I mean? I like fishing, hunting, stuff like that. I have to give him a check out. But I do have Nagomedov winning it just because there's some dogs, and I did put a little money line bet on that. So we'll have to see who wins that. The next, man.
The Russian.
Right, when in doubt, especially those guys are some killers, dog. So our next fight, we got Greg Hardy. I don't even know who he's fighting, but you know we got Greg Hardy, another heavyweight fighting. I can't really see it on that.
What's the guy's name that he's fighting?
Let me look it up real quick so I can get this right. But Greg Hardy, man, being a former Cowboy, former NFL star, and then hopping in the ring, got to give him respect. But man, and actually, I gotta apologize. The card got mixed around since I posted this because it looks like Greg Hardy's off, and
fighting
Trevin Giles and Morales are on.
Yeah, Greg Hardy's fight got rescheduled. He's fighting a guy that I know. I just can't remember his name. But Hardy also just got slept too.
Yeah. So hey, that's a big goof by yours truly here. Greg Hardy's no longer on the card. Looks like he got rescheduled. Michael Morales versus Trevin Giles, a welterweight matchup. I would go ahead and have to say that Trevin Giles is going to win that, being I've seen him fight a couple times. Who do you got in that one?
Yeah, he's the only one that I know is Trevin Giles.
Right.
I feel like I watched his fight recently too.
Giles, yeah, I think he was just on a card recently. Man, what you got? Some Louisiana hot rods down there? Bro, what's going on?
We're in Erath right now, dog. Home of Elijah Mitchell. These people don't know how to act.
Hey, all right, man. Big hype coming into the game. Maybe we can clip this to get it on Twitter for his ass, man. But let's move on in this card here. We got Michael Pereira and Andre Filano. I think this is Filano's first debut in the UFC, if I'm not mistaken. I got Pereira knocking him out just because I think he could do it. He's flashy. I know he doesn't knock too many people out in his long career, but he does have 10 knockouts in that long career, so I think he'll do it tonight.
Yeah, he's entertaining. I like watching him fight, and I think he's kind of chilled out from doing like crazy shit he used to do. So I think it'd be cool to see, you know, how he can kind of be a little more composed and stay a little more traditional with how he mixes in his athleticism.
Yeah, man, that's a good point, and that's what it's going to come down to. I think between him and the new guy. The new guy's going to either have to bring it, and Pereira's going to have to be off, or it's just going to be a given lock that Pereira's going to win. Either it's decision or knockout, or maybe even a submission. But I did go ahead and lock in a bet with the divisional games going on. So I got Titans, and I also have Green Bay, and then I have Pereira winning by knockout, and then I took Francis and Moreno. But we'll get to that. We're almost there. Let's go into Brandon Moreno and Davison Figueiredo. Third time they fought. First time, as you know, was a draw. Second time, Moreno walks away the champ, and now this is the third time they meet. Who do you got in this one?
I got Moreno. I like Brandon Moreno a lot, and I also I think that there's a lot more entertaining fights if he stays the champ. I think stylistically, there's guys that Brandon could put on good fights with in the division. I think if Figueiredo takes the belt back, there's kind of really nowhere to go. We've already seen him fight a lot of guys at flyweight, and we know that he's killing majority of them.
100%. And of all the trilogies, I mean, I know you know of some trilogies, that are bangers. And out of all the trilogies, I kind of see this one as like it's pretty flat. You know what I mean? I like that it's a co-main event and that we're going to get to see Moreno retain his title and hopefully move on to the next opponent. But then again, like you said, it's not really much Figueiredo can do with the belt, and it's not very exciting if he does get it. So let's hope Brandon Moreno gets it done.
Yeah.
And who would be next in line to fight after Figueiredo?
They have a guy, Askar Askarov, will probably be up there. Kai Car France, who just knocked out Cody, is probably in the mix. Alexander Pantoja, he's up there. And I want to say Pantoja beat Brandon Moreno before. So I think that'd be really cool to see him fight again for the belt. And there's a couple other guys at flyweight that are really good. My boy Danger, Matt Snell, who I've trained with a bunch of times. He's at flyweight. He's not far from the top. I think he's booked to fight Alex Perez right now.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I like Kai Kara France, man. I watching him knock out Cody, it was kind of a joy for me. I'm not very much of a Cody fan, but I did like Cody's knockout at the buzzer. That was something new that something cool. But other than that, man, I'm not a real big fan, and I like seeing Kai Kara France go do his thing. Kind of seemed like a big underdog in that fight, and he went out there and ate.
Yeah, I was over there. That was on Dustin's card.
I was gonna say you were there at UFC 269, right? How was that?
Fire, dude. Vegas was a lot of fun. Obviously, we didn't get what we wanted in the main event, but Vegas was a good time.
Yeah, man, that seemed like a good time. And yeah, shouts out to Dustin, man, stand-up guy. And if you're gonna lose like that, man. You know what I mean? Like, be a stand-up dude at the end of the day, like that. And hats off to him. And he'll be back, man. I can't wait to see what he's got next. I seen it's Nate, right? Nate's next.
Ideally, man. Yeah, Nate
Okay.
games, man.
Right? Yeah, he's running, man. He's running. I feel that. So let's get into our main big banger of the night. I'm excited for this one. You got Big Francis Ngannou, the real champ, versus Cyril Gane, the real champ as well, interim champ. He stepped in when Francis Ngannou, touring the world, doing his thing, UFC and them in some disputes with contracts, trying to figure it out. Cyril Gane stepped up, took the interim against Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. Man, this is gonna be a crazy card. Who do you got in this one, Pablito?
I got Cyril Gane for sure. He's technically he's way better. He's better everywhere. His footwork's really good for a guy that big. He's super athletic for a heavyweight. Really sharp. Obviously, we all know Ngannou touches somebody, he can put anybody out. So that's kind of the big question is, will Ngannou land that big punch, or will Gane be able to go out there, put the pressure? A big thing too is that Ngannou has trouble moving backwards. So if Cyril Gane can get on the gas early and really pressure him, get him moving backwards, use his angles, use his footwork to make that cage smaller than Ngannou, I think he'd be in trouble.
Yeah, and Cyril's real technical, where Ngannou's technical, but he's more, waiting for that precision strike.
Yeah.
Am I right?
No,
so
100%.
So what I kind of did to kind of get a bet on this, I'm riding with the Ngannou knockout because, like you said, he has a hydrogen bomb of a right hand, left hand, uppercut, wherever he wants to hit you. If he's gonna connect hard, he's gonna probably put you down. One thing I like about this fight is how athletic both of them are, and Ngannou is the underdog, but both of them are super athletic. Cyril, I give the advantage to being, technical and more athletic. He can bounce around a little bit more. He moves around like he isn't a heavyweight. One thing that I used to kind of figure out this fight in my own opinion, I looked at both Derek Lewis fights. So I watched Francis. Granted, it was a couple years back prior from Cyril fighting Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis, I think, has gotten better, and I think Francis has definitely gotten better. But that fight was, real stagnant, went to decision, as you know. Francis won. Moving on to the Cyril Gane versus Derek Lewis fight, Cyril Gahn absolutely destroyed Derek Lewis. He tore him apart, picked him apart from the start. And if he can apply that pressure to Francis, I'm right there with you, Pablito. I think that Cyril Gahn takes this.
Yeah, I see it. I see it going that way, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if I'm completely wrong and Cyril Gahn walks into something crazy and calls it early.
Right. Yeah, that would be crazy, man. I mean, I could see Francis Ngannou going out there putting it all on the line because, maybe he might have felt a little bit disrespected by all the talk of their sparring footage coming out. I know that you're probably hip to all that and have heard about that. For the viewers, there was a sparring session that has taken place, multiple times between these past two training partners. They have shared the same coach. Francis Ngannou did decide to part ways recently within these fights and stuff like that. This footage of the sparring has came out, and some of it looks like Cyril Gahn had the edge, and then Francis Ngannou came out and said, "No, I dropped him with a leg kick." So they're familiar with each other. The coaches know Francis' tendencies. I can't really say the opposite because I don't think Cyril Gahn has worked with Francis' new coaches, but the edge is kind of with Cyril. But we'll see. You know what I mean? I think that Francis has enough grit and that chip on his shoulder to get it done. And him being the underdog, it's not a bad bet, everybody.
No, that's definitely anybody with power like that, man. There's no reason not to put money there if he's the underdog.
Yeah, man, I like it. So, which fight are you most excited for tonight on this card?
Moreno for sure, man. I love Brandon Moreno. Super entertaining. I like his style a lot. He's really boxing heavy, and I always enjoy watching Mexican fighters.
Yeah, man, I agree. And dude, I was in tears whenever he won that championship. Just the look on his face, and when he was hitting that "Si se puede," man, I just wanted to run miles. You feel me? I was ready for it.
Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah, man, it was some good stuff.
Cut by the UFC like 2 or 3 years ago, which is crazy. And earned his way back and ended up being the champ. So.
Right, man. Yeah, it was some good stuff. I think our guy Eric has some pictures to pop up here. Yeah, man, that picture right there, you could tell it hit him right there. That's a champion, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for tonight's fights. You got anything else to pop up over there, Eric, or should we hit a quick commercial break? All right, yeah, we're going to hit a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back live with Pablito. We'll finish out with some favorite fighter news and some future fist fights, man. So be right here when we come back.
Let's go. Watch the door. Protect the hand fire. Wall up. Don't accept the positions. Wall up. Up the wall. There you go. Head up. Back on the wall. Up. Keep the wall, start building. Build up, underhook, left side underhook. Work, Cody. Hold that baseball back grip.
There you go. Come on.
Up. Bring up the grip. Grip. Find your hand like you got it up. Turn it. Take the ball.
There you go. Come on, Terry. Let it rain.
At the wall.
Let it rain.
Gotta move. Up, Cody. Shield it up. Go. Shield it up. Not big. Underhook. Up. Turn into it.
Underneath.
Go, Cody. Come on. Let's go. Go out.
And looks like we are back. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Can y'all see me? I'm lagged on mine. Can you guys see me?
I see you, but it's not moving.
It's not moving.
It's like super fun.
Man.
There we go.
All right, here we go again, man. We lagged out, but I think hopefully that this will catch up. How's it looking? As long as y'all can hear me, I don't care. Let's roll it. So let's get into this. Ain't gonna work. Stand by, everybody. Sorry, Pablito. Stand by. All right. Hey, we back. Proper entrance right here. Me and Pablito chilling in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna rap, but I couldn't go much further than that. But let's get right into it, everybody. We're gonna go hop into our future fist fights. So let's get into UFC 271. One I'm excited. One of my favorite fighters, man. Israel Adesanya taking on Robert Whittaker. We got Kyler Phillips in there, and a bunch of other bangers, man. But the one that I really want to talk about right now is Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker. Is this the second time that they're fighting?
Yeah,
third. Izzy won the first time. And I can't help but like bring up Alex Pereira, the dude who knocked out Izzy, the only guy, and he had his debut in the UFC maybe about 3-4 months ago. Knocked out that guy. I can see him climbing the ranks and fighting Izzy because Izzy's running out of people to fight if we're being realistic.
Yeah, I don't know if that guy beats any real top level guys. Once he crosses like a really good wrestler, I just don't know how that guy's gonna compete. Like he's definitely not beating Derek Brunson. He's not beating Jack Hermanson.
Even like a Bilal, like he probably wouldn't even beat Bilal.
Bilal'll be a tough one, but Bilal's 170.
Oh, okay, so he's a little bit lower.
But Bilal's a good enough grappler. He could probably do it at 85. You know, I don't know where that guy's grappling's at, coming from such a strong kickboxing background. And I don't even know what he would do to Izzy in MMA just because the two sports are so different.
Than kickboxing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. But I just like I'm riding on that one. But I'm excited to see Izzy back in it, defending his belt. So we'll see, man. Who do you think you got in that one?
My head says Izzy, but I love Whitaker, man. Bobby Knuckles is super cool, and I think it's really good for the division if Whitaker wins it. It opens up a lot of big fights.
100%, 100%. Yeah, I
It opens
like
up
that.
really.
I'm looking forward to that. So moving on, man, we got UFC 272. We got Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal topping it off. This is not a title fight, but this is a 5-rounder main event. Jorge Masvidal is kind of the only guy to pull this recently in the UFC. He's fought multiple main events that haven't been title fights, minus the Kamaru Usman loss. But man, Jorge Masvidal is doing his thing. Covington versus Masvidal is a heated rivalry. Like this is one, if you know the sport, if you know the game, you know that these two do not like each other. They went from training partners to foes, and who knows how much of it is Kobe Covington's game, but I know Jorge does not play, and he genuinely does not like this guy. So where do you see this one going, man?
Unfortunately, I think Kobe goes out there and decisions him. Probably 5 rounds, just kind of grinds him out, holds him on the fence, maybe takes him down. Ideally, though, Masvidal takes him, man. I love Jorge Masvidal. I love how he fights. I know him and Dustin are really good friends outside of fighting. So I'm sure he's a really cool guy. And I don't like anything that Kobe said about a lot of the other fighters, but you can't deny he is a great fighter.
Right. And one thing that I don't get, man, that I don't really like, I think Kobe Covington is a great fighter, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna ride that, actor role, or if you're gonna be somebody that you're not, just to promote your ranks or to promote your viewings, don't go back on your word and tell everybody that's what you're doing. That's what ruined it for me. I'm like, oh, this dude's, he's an asshole. I don't really like assholes, but he's doing his thing, his personality. But then to hear him say, oh, it's just for the business, just for the show, kind of just boom, blows up that whole thing for me at least. And that's one thing that I kind of want to see him get knocked out, and I want to see some violence. As Jorge Masvidal would say, it's super necessary that he gets KO'd, and I could see it happening. Jorge Masvidal's probably got a huge chip on his shoulder, being what happened with him and Usman. Usman caught him with that money shot, and it was brutal, man. And I'm sure that Jorge's been doing the right steps to get back right. He's had the Gamebred FC, and then he just dropped the Icon FC1, which was cool to see. So I know that his head's in other places, but I'm sure he also wants to destroy this guy. So it's gonna be awesome. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, I mean they trained together. They were roommates. I know they lived together down in Florida for a while. So it's
And
crazy.
right there, he was in
Um,
his corner. That is crazy, man. It's like friend to foe, real quick.
yeah,
And I was really excited for Jorge to fight Leon Edwards.
yeah, that would have been a really good fight. Leon's a tough fight for anybody in that division for sure.
Yeah, what happened with him and Nate? That was one of UFC's greatest moments. If Nate could knock him out right there, that's one of UFC's greatest moments. But it was a good fight right there.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I mean, Leon walked him.
Yeah,
Nate won 5 seconds of that fight.
yeah. I mean, you're damn right about that, Pablito. Who's that? Is that Lil Jan?
Yeah, it's Peter Yan and that's a Tiger Muay Thai in Thailand.
Holy shit, bro! Imagine getting kicked by one of those.
Yeah, he's about to walk Aljo, man. He's gonna tear that dude apart.
Yeah, I don't think Aljo knows what's coming, man. Did he just do a burpee in the middle of a set? Man, Peter Yan, the Russian gangster, man, that dude is crazy. But let's move on to some favorite fighter news, man. Close out the show, get you out of here. Divisional rounds going on. Looks like somebody's busting a big run. Somebody just busted a big good one, man. So this game's heating up. But favorite fighter news, man. You see, I got all my favorite fighters up here. -1, but I have to talk to my graphic guy, But I got my guy Pablito up here. Got Jorge, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson behind him. Got my guy Sugar Sean O'Malley. I fuck with Nate Diaz, but I don't know if I'd have him up here on this Mount Rushmore favorite fighters. But I do like the graphic a lot. let's move into it, man. The only thing I really want to talk about is, to start, I kind of want to talk about your video, man. The one we played for commercial. I want to talk about, you know, what the thought process of making that was, and like how it all unfolded, man. Because it was a great video.
I appreciate it. That's something that I kind of wanted to do for a while. I've had a lot of people ask me, that they want to see more of what goes on behind the scenes because you get to see guys at the highest level where their whole life is just training and fighting and focused on being the best. You don't really get to see guys on the regional scene and how much goes into it, splitting training between work and regular life because at the end of the day, all the regional fighters are pretty much blue collar guys. And so I wanted to do it. I just ended up taking the fight short notice. And so I was like, screw it, dude. I talked to a guy who does videography work over here, Austin Richard. You can check him out on Instagram, AMR_visuals, I believe. And
Okay.
like, yeah, I'll be able to be there fight day, cover the backstage, the walkout, the fight, and the aftermath, get all that done. So we could at least kind of show guys what's going on the fight day. And then hopefully for my next one, I'll be able to put some more footage together and really give you guys what goes on.
Okay, sounds good, man. I like that you're doing that. Us here at this platform, the Rick T platform, we always have ideas for content and stuff like that. So I'll get with you, man, and I'll give you some ideas, and maybe you can put that to work. And then you always have a home to display your content right here on Cookouts and Fistfights, man. So anything you start creating or anything like that, man, send it over, hop on with me. You know what I mean? We'll talk the shit, and then we'll also get your content out there.
Of course, man. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, it sucks that you fell short, but dude, I mean, what do you expect? You went up a weight class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you take a fight short notice. I mean, the dude looks pretty jacked too. I mean, you hit him hard at that first overhand. What fight did the round end up ending?
It was in the first. It was probably
In the first.
I don't know what the timestamp was, but it was close to the end of the round for sure.
That's good.
Sucks, because I know for sure my cardio, even though I wasn't training specifically for a fight, I know that I had it in me to keep going. I got a really good gas tank, and I know for sure if we'd have left that first round, I might have been able to go on and do something a little different, change up my game plan, stop trying to wrestle so much. But, at the end of the day, there's no ifs or maybes. There's no almost in fighting. You either get it done or you don't. And that night I didn't.
100%, man. Well, applaud you for going out there, bro. You did your thing, and you made a sick ass video out of it too. You know what I mean? So just only up from here. But one thing, we did Entrenando con Pablito right here on this show, and we talked about your training, and we'll probably get back into that and stuff like that. Maybe we can incorporate some videos. But I think one major thing that people don't understand, and that's good that you're getting it out there, is how much work you guys put in to get to this level or to put on this event. You know what I mean? And to stay healthy and to stay physically able to go out there and fight. You know what I mean? Because in your training, you're having to fight people. You're bound to get hurt, if you're not a tough motherfucker. So hats off to you, and we're definitely going to keep posted with you, you know what I mean, and see what's coming up next. So let's move on to our next thing, and this is our last thing that I kind of wanted to talk about, and I thought it was just really cool because both of us like this fighter, and I think that this is something that is kind of game changing because you see Jake Paul doing it with boxing and his stuff, and he stepped in, but Showtime's taking that over. UFC is its own thing, and I don't think Jorge Masvidal's stepping on any toes, but it's only right that the guy that came from the Kimbo Slice era YouTube videos is now hosting fighting championships via Game Bread Fighting Championship 1, 2, and 3. And then now you got Icon 1, which streams on UFC Fight Pass. I mean, this guy's already running a ring. I can't wait to see what's next. Hopefully maybe we could team up and make something happen. But hats off to Jorge Masvidal for grinding and making this happen, man.
Yeah, dude.
What do you think about this?
There's no shortage of fighters for sure. Up and coming guys, people that want to show that they can fight, and regardless of if the regional scene's a stepping stone for you to be the next UFC champion, or if you're somebody who's just destined to be a regional fighter and that's how you're going to go out. There's no shortage of guys that are willing to get in the cage, but there is a shortage of opportunities. it's not always easy to find a fight, especially with things like COVID and different stuff affecting that scene. It's awesome to see guys that have made it and reach that highest level of the sport, giving back to guys that might be a little bit lower, and giving them a platform to display how good they are.
Yeah, man. Two cheers for Jorge, man. Cheer. You know what I'm saying, man? Doing the damn thing. And one of my favorite fighters that knocks a motherfucker out, treat Jesus, comes into it, changes the game. When he did the Game Bred fighting 1, 2, and 3, it was really good fighters and it was bare knuckle. You know what I mean? So that's something that's, dipping a little bit here. And then you get into the Icon Fight 1. That's, a little bit more regulated, got the gloves, traditional mixed martial arts. You know what I mean? So it's pretty awesome. It's cool to see. One other thing I wanted to talk about is I see that you got a love for Theo Vaughn, man. I do as well, bro. That motherfucker is funny, man. Like I almost listen to him every day, and it's kind of inspirational in his own way. You know what I mean? Being that he's vocal about the struggles that he goes through and stuff like that. And, you don't want to laugh at it, but he makes it funny and he brings a smile to everybody's face. So if you can get on there, bro, that'll be a dream come true for like me, being that I talk to you and you're getting on Theo Vaughn show, man. That should be awesome.
Love to, man. We've DM'd like once or twice, and we hung out in person 2 different times. The last time was at Dustin's last fight. I don't know if something like that would ever happen, but I definitely wouldn't say no.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome. I'm pulling for it, and I always kind of try to send him a DM or reach out to him too. So I always throw in, better get Pablito on there, bro. And we're gonna pull up on him, the raccoons. Hell yeah, man. Well, thanks for coming on, hanging out with us on Saturday. We still got the divisional round going. I believe it's halftime. I got a lot of parlays out rolling. I bet hard on some college basketball today, just doing my own little strategic shit. I got a $3 bet out for $600, 9-leg parlay. I've hit 5. So I need 4 left. Yeah. So let's go, everybody, let's go. Pablito, you got anything big and new coming up that you want to let the people know about?
Nothing yet, man. Just in my Instagram and Twitter bios, you can find the link to my last YouTube video. Instagram, it's Cody_Verrett. Twitter is Verrett Cody. And I'll definitely be putting out some more content on there soon. So just tune into that, guys.
For sure, man. We appreciate you coming on. And everybody watching, man, thanks for tuning in for Cookouts and Fist Fights, the return. We'll be back with more episodes. And just to let you guys know, Rick T Podcast is live tonight, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't be late. We'll be covering all the divisional round playoffs, getting into some bets and some more fun stuff, man. So thank you again, Pablito, for coming on, and we'll see you soon, bro. Be safe.
You too, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Much love.